Hey everybody, welcome back to the final segment. Joined live by Veterans Memorial Coach Ben Bitner. Coach, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
All right, so, sometimes the teams play Thursday before. You guys didn't have that. You had a bye week. So let's go back to last week's game against PSJ North. We were talking off camera. Yeah, I wish you could talk about, a win this week, but 24-13 defeat at the hands of the Raiders. But we're going to see some highlights in a second. But first, what were some positives that you took out of that game? I know it was, tie game at the half.
Yeah, I think our defense played really, really well. They played probably their best game of the year, played a really physical football team and matched their physicality. And we had a chance to win the football game. We made too many mistakes, but I'm really impressed by our defense.
Yeah, we're seeing some of the early first half highlights here, moving the ball, and then you guys score here on this play. Talk about jumping out to the early lead, and then like you said, you guys were really playing well defensively.
Yeah, I think our being able to tie it up early and get some points on the board, we knew that we could win the game. And then our defense knew that we could score, so they played with a bunch of confidence, and we were in it the whole way.
Yeah, we just saw Lanny Wilson there. I know the defense was young, struggled a little bit early, week 2 loss to Carroll, but how has he really brought them along?
Coach Wilson's as good as anybody in the state. His standards are really high and holds those kids to that expectation every day in practice. Our kids are going to play hard, and they're going to be physical, and they're going to be prepared, and we were last week.
Absolutely. He's I swear he sounds like a drill sergeant in practices. I wish I had if I was smarter, I would have had the nat sound of his during practices, his voice. But, he gets after him, but he gets the best out of those kids.
Yes, sir. Yep, absolutely.
All right, so we can go and roll this video. Running back Andrew Charlebois. So we were joking last year. He made a big play. I think it was week 1 against Miller last year, that we didn't know how to say his last name. I had to call you and ask, after a win, and how do you say his last name, or after a game, how do you say his last name? But he's really made a name for himself now for you guys.
Yeah, Andrew does everything right. He works his butt off. He's a great teammate. He does everything we ask for him. He's a tough kid, and just super proud of him, lucky to have him. The guys up front and the receivers blocking for him make a big difference, but he's just a good kid that does everything right, and we're excited for him. And
we're seeing the video. He just seems like a really tough kid to bring down, too. Like, yards after contact is huge for him.
Right. He's a big kid. He lives in the weight room. He's a tough guy. He's a multi-sport athlete, and yeah, he just tries. He's an effort kid. He's an effort kid, and that's what our program's about.
All right, Coach. Well, how about we take a look at the play of the week tonight?
Absolutely.
All right, let's roll it. So we've got West Oso here, and they gave Orange Grove all they could handle tonight. But, Coach, big play here.
Yeah, it looks like the running back made some stuff happen in the backfield. Coach Johnson at West Oso is doing a great job. Thing that I bet he's most excited about is the receivers blocking downfield. Receivers block for touchdowns. Guys just aren't watching. They're playing through the whistle. And when you have your guys playing through the whistle and doing that, then you have things going right, and it looks like Coach Johnson does at West Oso.
Yeah, Ryan Guerrero there going 84 yards to the house, winning the Week 6 play of the week. Well, Coach Ben Bitner, thanks for joining us here in-house.
Appreciate you having me, Chris. Thanks.
All right, Week 6 in the books. We'll see you back here Week 7 on the Blitz.
You've been watching the Friday Night Sports Blitz, sponsored by CCA Texas, Ewald Kubota, Coastal Bend Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and the Heil Law Firm.